today. I'm just giving it a few minutes to see who pops by. I hope everyone is well on this Saturday. I hope everybody is blessed on this Saturday. Okay. I just wanted to pop in on y'all real. Hey, it's all hot air boo. Thanks for dropping in. Okay, so I'm gonna tune down. Okay, y'all know I like to do a little intro, a slight intro. Hey, I get it from my daddy boo. Okay, so let me get to it. Okay, I'm sorry about the glare in the back. I do have my, wait, hold on. Let me just close the window and then there won't be like a glare. Hold on, guys. Okay. Hey, Francis Love Boo, thanks for dropping in. Hey, Timmy Cash. Hey, Boo. My day is going great. I hope yours is going well. Oh, thank you. I'm happy you had a great time over here the other night. So y'all know I'm coming back to y'all with, let me just jump into it because I'm actually supposed to be going to my mom's house so I can pick up my binder because I have like a training class this week. So I have to go through more training, y'all. I'm finna like pull my wig off and throw it across the room, but it's all good as long as I'm getting a coin, right? So look. Oh, I have on, I got on these damn slides. You know the ghetto girl slides and shit. I know it's so uncouth, but it is what it is. I saw them. They was cute. There was a few dollars and I just had to have them. So I be slipping and sliding everywhere. Hey, Erica Kane 713. Thanks for dropping in. Okay, so look, I wanted to talk about a little bit about Angela Stanton. Okay, let me just inquire. Does everyone know or does anyone know who Angela Stanton is? Do we remember Angela Stanton in relation to Phaedra Parks from The Real Housewives? Okay, if you remember who hey, Justice Southern Belle 78 Boo, thanks for dropping in. If you guys remember Angela Stanton from back in the day, remember she had written that book about basically, just to summarize, because I haven't read the book, you guys, I just remember the story coming out back in the day where she wrote the story that basically tells us about pretty much how the situation with her going to jail, and she did 2 years in jail. And she told us about, alleged scams committed by Phaedra and her ex-husband, that Apollo guy. So we all remember that. All right. So lately, Angela Stanton has been back in the media because if you guys didn't know, I believe it was like 2 weeks ago, she was on Dr. Phil with her trans. I have to be respectful because I want to respect people's pronouns, even though I don't understand everything about it, which I told you guys in the past. I'm very forward about that. I don't get everything about it, but I do know that I have to respect people, especially adults. I feel like each and every one of us adults deserve our respect. So if you want me to call you something, fine. So I'm going to call JB JB's, which is Angela Stanton's child, which is now going through a process of changing over to a trans woman. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, definitely check it out. The video is on YouTube. Very, very interesting. Okay, what I'm gonna say is a lot of people don't like. You seen that episode, Boo? Angela Stanton, she was not having it. She was not having any of it. But I just feel like between Dr. Phil, JB's, and everybody else, they couldn't handle Angela Stanton. Okay. On period. I know she's not well liked, but I mean, I'm saying that she's not okay. Let me hold on. Let me roll back, okay? Because I had got excited because it's all how they told me she's seen the episode, so that means that somebody does know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me roll it back. So, as we all know, JB's is transitioning over to a woman, becoming a trans woman. So they were on Dr. Phil. I guess this, I respect her opinion as well. Let me say that I don't have children as yet. Okay. But I do respect her opinion as well. And I respect how she's, okay, let me get to that. Let me roll back. Okay. So she was on the episode, you guys. Go see it. Definitely very interesting. Good commentary over there, because it brings up a lot of interesting questions, some of which we've already broached. You know what I'm saying? Since I told you guys that I wanted to talk about things that people don't like talking about. Okay. So you guys have been here. We have went over a couple topics that we thought was a little bit strange. The certain titles that people are giving themselves, the certain ways that people are saying that they want to be treated and they want to be seen, but yet and still you're not behaving that way. Okay, so we went over that. So they were on Dr. Phil maybe a couple weeks or so ago. So to move to the forward, after they were on Dr. Phil, of course they went over across the street onto the other app. Okay, because JB's is well known and also has an agency across the street over there in the high-rise condos. Okay, so JB's has an agency over there, known on social media, 19 years old, going through transition. All right, with Angela Stanton, which is also based on, she's written a book. She knows people that we know that have been on reality TV. She is now going to, she's saying that she's going to be a conservative. I think she might be switching over from Democrat to conservative based on what I heard her say. And then she laid out her reasons for that. Okay, I do have the clip. We are going to listen to a little bit of the clip because I don't want to just sit here and explain everything to y'all. I want y'all to be able to hear some of it and, come up with your own determination or your own opinion, because we all have a right to our opinion. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, excuse me, y'all. Sorry about that. I get to talking fast, honey. So, okay, so Angela saying she went back over across the street over there to Big O, okay? A lot of the LGBTQIA community, they did not take well to her because of, what they had seen on Dr. Phil. And I guess a lot of their opinion was that she doesn't let JBs speak. Okay, but then we got to see JB's also, which I'm going to let you guys hear that part of some of what he had to say. He calls his mom Angela. I'm sorry. I'm going to call it JB's. So JB's calls, instead of saying mom or mommy or whatever, being 19 years old, however you're going to address, JB's addresses the mom as Angela. Okay, so I'm just bringing that up because it also is a sign to me of a strained relationship, because it's just foreign to me, because I personally call my mom mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not walking around here calling her by her first name. I'm pretty sure if I started calling my mom by her first name, she probably asked me what the problem is. So that's not happening. So I noticed that, when he was talking about her, he was calling her by her first name. So I was like, okay, these two, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting because we have a Black woman being, she doesn't have a choice, because her son, I'm sorry, JB's is like all over social media and everything. So she doesn't have a choice but to be open about how she feels about it, because they're already out there in the public, right? So let's just jump into it. Wait, let me bring up my clip. I'm just going to say, I don't want to say it, you guys, but I don't think they care for her over there across the street. Now, a lot of people are, they feel like me and it's all hot air. I respect her opinion. I definitely feel like, let me just give you guys some background because I'm kind of skipping over. She went after the Dr. Phil situation. She went on to Jason Lee. You guys know who Jason Lee is. Isn't it Hollywood Unlocked? Is his thing, and he's like a vlogger or something. So if you guys didn't know, he's also across the street in the high-rise condos, Jason Lee. Okay, and he is on Big O as well. So he had Angela Stanton on as a guest, and also he had JB's on as a guest. Now I pulled up the video. Definitely in your free time, go see it. I just wanted to play some of it so you guys could hear or whatever exactly what we heard, and you can, I wanted to, you guys to hear the reason why they are not taking well to her. So let me just set it up. Hold on, let me see what we got.
Because although you've been talked a lot about, you haven't been talked to, and I just thought it was fair to open up the conversation to hear your point of view, as you are a very vocal person, and so I want to welcome you to the show. Well, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it. And so
I know.
Wait, hold on. At least where I first saw you were, once I became aware of who Angela Stanton was, it was when you were pardoned by former President
I think
Donald Trump.
we need some juice.
When you were released, it almost
seemed as if you had taken on the
life of wanting to change the country and join. I think.
Okay, here we go.
Just to clarify, I got released in 2005, so I wasn't released from prison when I got the pardon from President Trump. And it was my experience after getting out of prison and rebuilding my life and getting educated on politics that I decided that I wanted to become more of a conservative versus a Democrat. And I'd always been involved in the nonprofit sector and working in my community.
Okay, so that goes back to when I was telling you guys that she's a conservative now. So that's where I got that from. I heard that. The Fair Play Show. Hey, boo, she doesn't have to agree with her son's delusion. Well, okay, we're going to talk about it. Okay, let's break it all the way down, because there's a couple of different, it's a conversation that we all need to have, because it's okay. Instead of hiding people away and pretending like they don't exist and pretending like they're not there, we can talk about it. I mean, it's out there, so let's all express it. Okay, but let me do a little bit of fast forward, because that part is not what I'm really interested in. Okay, I'm interested in when they start, going back and forth. So I should have did a time, but the video isn't that long. And let me speed it up too. I gotta have my shit on.
Or even the selection of people in this cabinet.
Oh, that's too fast.
Education who probably couldn't even think herself out of a Pringle can. Do you align yourself with those policies, or is it just a overall conservative ideal for what America should look like?
So, as a criminal justice reform advocate, when you say kids in cages, you have to understand that my perception of kids.
Okay,
that's why I stood behind him, because I understand the racism behind abortion. I also know that this president permanently funded.
Let's go up, y'all.
Children and the responsibility I have, and most certainly we can fight for us. So I think that this is all about perception.
I sound articulate, but they full of shit. And I'm not saying you are, but I'm trying to understand for our audience where your mind is, because when we do get to talking about your child, you just talked about how we got to care for our kids back home. And the purpose of what led us here, beyond getting to know who you were, was the fact that you are in a very big fallout with your own child. So I did want to kind of put that context out there, but I hand it back over to you.
Okay, now let's address the fact that you just basically said that I'm misgendering my own child, because it's the audacity for me. Because what I have right here in my hand is called a receipt. This is a birth certificate, right? I was there. I gave birth. See, I don't remember seeing anybody on this panel that was in the hospital room with me when I gave birth to my son. Now, I don't know if any of you have looked down in his pants to see exactly what his anatomy is, whether he has a penis or a vagina. But the last time I checked his mama, he had a penis. So for me, I feel that it's very disrespectful, because this is what we have here. There's only one person on this earth that gave birth to Javian. That's me. I can't expect anybody else to feel the way that I do, because I'm the only one that is his mother. But what is disrespectful is for you as a man, right? Because that's just like if I see your mama and I say your mama is your dad. That's disrespectful. That is my son. Now, if you want to address him as a woman, you can, but to feel like you have the right to force me to call my man child that I birthed, that I raised, that I sacrificed for a woman, that's disrespectful. Now, we don't have to agree. But what gives you, if you all feel like you can pressure me enough to make me believe that he is a woman, then why do you all feel like I don't have the right as his mama to pressure him enough to make him believe that he's a man? How do you all have more rights and influence than me, and I'm the mother?
That is not how that works.
No, that is how that works.
I don't have more rights. I don't have more rights over your child than you do, but your child has more rights over their life than you do.
Okay.
And I think that why you and this I would hope and I don't expect us to agree. I expect us to have a dialogue where we can both get out our points of view. And if you get something out of it, great. If I get something out of it, great. But you birthed Javian for sure. But then Javian grew into identifying as JBs. And in my world, I'm a gay man. Blue is a pansexual. Damage is a heterosexual man who is raising a young boy. When you raise,
I'm confused already. Break that down for me one more time. Explain to me what a pansexual is. We just all here for understanding.
So, right now, for sure. So, I'll be honest with you. I learned pansexual last year. So
okay.
I'm still learning things. let me first start by saying I am a homosexual like a motherfucker. I am gay, proud to be gay. I was with women until I was 9.
Okay, wait. Hold on, y'all. I don't really care about what he got to say. So let me just.
Blue, do you want?
Mother, and I do deserve respect as his mother, because you wouldn't want me to disrespect your mother.
Can I speak now?
Yes, sir, you can.
So I never, first of all, your daughter asked to be called that. I never asked.
But you're not talking to my daughter right now. You're talking to me. You're talking to me. You're not talking to my daughter. So my son.
First of all, take the bass out of your voice.
My son right here.
Okay, let me just pause it right there, you guys. Let me pause it right there because this was interesting to me. The young lady, wait, I might have to go back. Let me go back a couple clicks. Okay, the young lady that Angela was talking to just then, she addressed JB's as Angela's daughter. Okay, now Angela did not like when she said that. Angela didn't like when she said that, so that was her response that you guys just heard. So this is where the conflict was for me. Okay, like I understand how she feels as a mom, but my thing was, can you tell somebody else what to call JB's? Like if JB's is saying that, okay, well, I want to be addressed as a woman, you know, I want to be addressed as a female woman or a trans woman, and mom refuses to do that, and we understand that. If you don't refuse to do it, like should JB's mom be upset with you about that? That's what I didn't get. So it's like that part I didn't understand. I didn't understand why she was upset because the lady said your daughter I'm only saying I didn't understand why she's upset about that because JB's is out here saying that he's trans. You get it, guys? So let me go back in. Hold on. I don't think you can tell somebody else what to say. Like, I don't think, like, I'm just saying that because you don't have control over how other people address JB's. You just don't. You don't know what's in their head, and you don't know what they're gonna say. So I would say, if she's gonna go around doing that, you're gonna have a lot of arguments, a lot, because a lot of people are gonna go by what they see. And if he is dressing like a girl and has on, wigs and makeup and stuff, people are gonna say, okay, they're gonna address him as a girl or whatever. So I don't know. That's just weird to me. I just wanted to call that out. Hold on.
Can I speak now?
Yes, sir, you can.
So I never, first of all, your daughter asked to be called that. I never asked.
But you're not talking to my daughter right now. You're talking to me. You're talking to me. You're not talking to my daughter. So my son.
First of all, take the bass out of your voice.
My son right here. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Go ahead, sir. I'm listening, sir. That's what delusion does. Make you believe you can be anything you want to be. Yeah, we're not gonna have a respectful conversation if you're gonna keep addressing my son as a woman. Not when you're talking to me, sir.
But how can you? I don't get that because he's asking for that.
Your child. Let me say this. Your child came on this show and identified as a female, right? And so out of respect for your child, let me say your child, I'm going to refer to your child with the proper pronouns, and that is she and her, because that's how your child wants to be acknowledged, right? I think what you're doing right now with Blue is you're taking her sexuality and you're weaponizing her with it by calling her.
Now, I don't think she's doing all that.
Let me respond.
I don't agree with that.
I still haven't responded.
So
I don't think she's weaponizing anything. Let me just pause. Okay, my perception on that, I don't think that she's trying to weaponize anything. I clearly just think that she is trying to deal with, pretty much the circumstances she has been given. It's probably very much unexpected for her to, have a son that then grows up and says, okay, well, I'm a woman now. So I don't know what type of transition that would be like. I think that might be kind of like daunting. I'm just, I don't know for sure. I'm not a parent, but I think that would definitely be something that would take some time for you to deal with. So I don't know about this whole weaponizing situation, the language that Jason Lee is using. I don't agree with that verbiage. Let me just say that right off the bat, because I just don't think she's weaponizing anything. I think she's just trying to she's standing her ground and she's trying to understand what the fuck is going on.
You asked the question about what gives people the right to call your child what we're calling your child, right? And I have an actual answer for you that is scientifically based and not based on emotion.
Mm-hmm.
You had a male child. Male refers to gender. That is something that is biological. But being a woman is a personal truth. That's actually not gender identity, and gender are different. You can Google it yourself. I didn't make this up. So yes, that birth certificate speaks about your child's genitals. It says nothing about your child's gender identity.
Okay, can I
very
speak?
different. No, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
I talk a lot, so let me finish.
All right.
So what I'm saying is, you keep conflating gender with gender identity, and that is where you lose the audience, because your child.
Okay, I gotta pause it right there. I have to pause, and the reason why I gotta pause it right there, y'all, is because we was having a conversation the other night about Madam Lowe and some of her shenanigans and activities. Okay. Also, we was having a conversation about Cherry the Boom and some of her damn shenanigans and activities, right? So, in that, a lot of people in my chat, they were saying that they agree with the fact that, you guys are saying that you are trans and that you want to be seen as a woman, and you are a woman, but yet and still you walk around and you're not acting like, or you're not putting, publicly, you might have the aesthetic and you might have, slap a wig on. But when it comes down to doing those simple things that a woman does, that only a woman can do, you're not doing that, or at least you're not paying it. You're not taking notes. You're not taking notes. And I know, hold on. I don't know what happened, y'all. Hold up. I hope my hold on. My Alexa started. Y'all still with me? Okay, hold on. My Alexa started. It must have heard me talking. Okay, so now let me just roll it back. So we had a conversation about that. I told y'all what I had seen on Twitter yesterday in regards to Madam Lowe having her leg thrown across the leg of the chair, scratching her nuts. But then you telling us that you a trans woman. So that's the type of shit that had confused me. I mean, that's footage that I seen with my own eyes that was put up maliciously by her ex-lover, Breon. Okay? Put up maliciously. Okay? Malicious content is what it is, right? So I'm saying all of that to say, let me roll back around because I done said a bunch of shit. Getting back on around to Angela Stanton and JB's. All right. They're saying that it is, what did she say? She said some shit. She said your gender identity is different than, I guess, what you were born as biologically. Okay. So I want to point that out. Because they're saying that it's scientific and it's, scientifically factual. That is alleged in what is being said. Now, have I seen a couple articles here and there and a couple documentaries here and there, hearing something like that before I heard this young lady say it? Yes, I have. Yes, I have, because we've all been talking about it and we've all been hearing pieces of information here and there. Okay. So I brought up, a couple of other trans people so that we can realize with that point that, yes, okay, allegedly, scientifically speaking, yes, these trans women, they have a dick and balls, okay? But I guess upstairs and in the heart, they're saying that they identify and live as women, okay? I want to draw the line there because, and I said it like that because we need to understand it, okay? No disrespect to anyone, all right? I'm just being blatant about it. But let me finish the clip and let's see what's going on. Hold on.
Your child can be born a male all day long. Your child's gender identity is female, and we're choosing to respect a legal adult. So legally speaking, I'm actually being very respectful. Respecting a legal adult to tell me what to call them.
Where did you study and where did you get your information from?
So the answer is the Harvard School of Public Health.
What degree do you have when it comes to gender dysphoria or transvestite disorder? Because I have a degree. I have a bachelor's degree. Not only do I have a bachelor's degree, excuse me, it's my turn to talk, ma'am. Not only do I have a bachelor's degree, I have the knowledge and I also have the experience because I have raised this child from birth. My child is, excuse me, ma'am, so where is your proof that I didn't? Where's your proof that I didn't raise? Because right now what you're doing is slander and defamation because you're trying to tell a mother she didn't raise her child. Ma'am, I only went to prison for 2 years. He was 3. I got out when he was 5. He's been with me ever since, okay? I raised this child. This is a male child with a feminine personality. Your personality does not determine your sex. You cannot have gender without having sex. It is all tied together. That is the reason why when you have someone that is transgender that chooses to become another sex, it is based off of what? Male or female. You can't have gender without sex. He has a feminine personality, absolutely. Now, let's just get for real for a minute. When we're and I want to be clear, because there are a lot of articles and a lot of media reports out and a lot of people that try to make it seem as if I do not love my son or that I am against the LGBTQ community. I am not against the LGBTQ community. I have plenty of friends. I'm sure you all know Kelly.
Let me just pause it right there because I fucks with Angela Stanton. Everything that she just said, I also agree with that strongly as well. It's like, you know, as far as her talking about what we were just going over, the gender versus the identity, I also, you know, can see her point of view as well. Okay, I just wanted that to be known.
Derek, ask Helen Derek who helped him start his business in his basement, in his kitchen. That was me. I got plenty of friends in the community. A lot of people try to compare my son to Shauna. When I met Shauna told me her name was Shauna. I ain't never been in Shauna pants. Shauna is my friend. Shauna is not my son. What Shauna does not impact my life. I am a mother. If there is a disorder or if there is whatever it is that my son wants to identify with that leads him to believe that he is a woman, and if that process is going to lead to dismemberment or castration, as a mother, I have a right to protect my lifeline and my bloodline. Now, you can roll your eyes in the back of your head all you want, but I have the rights to protect.
Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, as far as her talking about disorders, right? So we already know that back in the days or whatever, when they were talking about issues like this, as far as like people being transgender or gay, we already know that back in the days, they considered that to be like a mental disorder. Okay, so I don't know if I can agree with the verbiage that she's currently using now. All right, and I'm saying that because my mom is gay and I don't think that she has any mental disorders. Okay. She's a pretty good lady, pretty solid, mentally sane. I mean, she's one of the best people I know. You know what I'm saying? And we fall out. Okay. We done fell out and everything. Not like that because I don't disrespect my mama, but you know, we done been through things too. And I still think she's one of the best people I know. Never hurt anybody. So I don't necessarily agree with this whole disorder talk. Okay. I never have, ever since I learned that this is something that they started off doing to people back in the days. I've never been in agreement with that. If you guys think back to some stories that you may have heard of people like from back in the days, you know what I'm saying? Like the 40s and the 50s and the 60s, when they would find out that their children were gay or trans, they would send them off to mental institutions. And then shit would happen to these people in mental institutions. So on that, I kind of think, Angela, you know, okay, I get it. I feel where you're coming from, but just pause just a minute on that part. Because everybody ain't got no mental disorder. It just might be how you feel in your spirit. Know what I'm saying? It just, we can't tell each other what's in our spirit. If someone really, really feels, okay, like, it's just like certain people I respect. Okay, Savannah. I know a lot of people don't respect Savannah because of the shit that she has put out here online or whatever to make herself go viral and other shit, things like that. But I do respect the fact that she ain't do no motherfucking half stepping. Okay. When she said she was going to be trans, she is all the way trans. Okay. She's went through, even though it's a personal decision, she went through all the way through with the transition. Know what I'm saying? So I can't do nothing but respect that. But as you can hear, Angela is calling it body mutilation. Okay. Let's get into it.
I'm not talking to you two, sir. I'm talking to Miss Blue over here. I have a right to, as a mother, I don't have to agree, but it's not hate. It's not, and you also have to understand, This
is what your child said about your relationship with the gay community, because they did say exactly what you just said. So I want to make sure to validate what you said, but this is what JB said on the show.
I saw it. I saw what JB said, and
actually has a lot of gay and trans friends. Angela has a lot of gay and trans friends. She has a lot of gay and trans friends. She just did an interview the other day with Shauna Brooks. You guys know who Shauna is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So trans girl, she respects her pronouns. She respects.
Oh, get out of here! Are you serious?
Yeah, she respects her pronouns. She used to do.
She responds to Shauna as a she.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
My question is, why would you do that with Shauna, but not your own?
I did not give birth to Shauna. I didn't give birth to Shauna. You can't compare Shauna to my son. Shauna didn't come out my body. I didn't raise Shauna. I knew my son had a penis before he did. What you all are asking me to do as a mother, you're asking me to lie to myself about who I know my son is. Now, he's beautiful. He has an awesome personality. He's intelligent. I love him. I just do not agree with the confusion. I'm his mother. Now, you all don't have to agree with me, but that's my child. Did your mother agree with everything y'all did?
No, I know Damage has a question, and I want to be clear, Angela. I don't want to fight with you. I'm not here to force you to understand or believe anything. What I'm trying to do, and so if I can just ask, if we can try to all bring it down a little bit so we can get to a place where we can both talk and hear each other, right? I'm not going to attack you for being a gay man who believes that anybody,
is that better?
However they identify, should be respected, because that's what I believe. Now, I want to get to the heart of what the reason is why you refuse to accept your child's pronouns. Hold on, and I'm trying to understand, is it because you're a mother who's trying to hold on to the identity they want for their child and not embrace who they see themselves to be? Is it ignorance? Is it just what? I don't know what it is. That's why we're here to have
I'm a mother. I'm a mother that knows exactly what she gave birth to. I gave birth to a man child. If my man child decides, right, and we can talk about science, because I know girlfriend got a hell of a degree over there. We can talk about science and we can talk about what's facts. And what's facts is, even once you go all the way through with the transition, because I do have plenty of friends that are in the movement, you still have that realization that you are not a biological female. So as a parent, what I'm saying is, son, hold on. Just like you said, Jason, you said when you was younger,
hold on. I think we having a little bit of technical difficulties. Does anyone else hear a ringing sound? Okay. Does anyone else hear a ringing sound? Hey, Rebel Son. Hey, boo. Thanks for dropping in. Long time no see. The last time I popped in on you, I think you had moved into a home. Congratulations, boo. Look. Okay, so let's go back. I get it from my dad. You might have to come back in, boo. Okay, because everybody else said they good. So, okay, let's rewind Angela Stanton, okay, because I don't want to miss anything that she said. Hold on. I'm just going to take it back like a couple seconds. Hold on, because they're getting into it.
Get to the heart of what the reason is why you refuse to accept your child's pronouns. Hold on, and I'm trying to understand, is it because you're a mother who's trying to hold on to the identity they want for their child and not embrace who they see themselves to be? Is it ignorance? Is it just what? I don't know what it is. That's why we're here to have
I'm a mother that knows exactly what she gave birth to. I gave birth to a man child.
Rebel Son.
If my man child decides, right, and we can talk about science, because I know girlfriend got a hell of a degree over there. We can talk about science and we can talk about what's facts. And what's facts is, even once you go all the way through with the transition, because I do have plenty of friends that are in the movement, you still have that realization that you are not a biological female. So as a parent, what I'm saying is, son, hold on. Just like you said, Jason, you said when you was younger, you had been with women, like you gave yourself time to figure out what it was that you wanted. My son is only 19 years old. If you decide to make this decision, this is not the time. You are too young. I don't think that he has lived long enough to make this type of...
Okay, let me just pause right there. And this is my advice. Even though I'm not going through it, like I told you guys, my mom came out as being gay. And before she did that, you guys, she went and saw a therapist. Okay? So, and then now I can see, I'm saying that because now I feel like she's a much happier person. So for anybody out there, no matter how old you are, before you move to the extreme of like having any type of surgery or anything, I can only beg you to go see a therapist. Go talk to somebody about it. That's not going to be judgmental towards you, that you can share your real feelings with, and that can give you some damn real advice. Okay. Somebody that can give you some advice that has some like a PhD or something. Okay. Don't go talk to your homegirl. Don't go talk to your homeboy. Go see a therapist. And then that way, you know, at least you can try to be sure that if you do that, it's not something that you regret later on. Okay. And that's just me coming with the common sense. All right. But let's get back into it.
Life-changing decision. And as a mother, I have the right to say, son, I love you, but no, I don't agree with this lifestyle. Son, yes, I accept you, absolutely, Javian, but I don't accept Boom Quisha. Maybe I don't like Boom Quisha. Maybe she got a nasty attitude. Maybe she's disrespectful. But what you all don't have a right to do.
My family stayed out of my business during my experience on my journey. That was the difference. My family didn't interject or disrespect.
Bro, don't nobody care about what Jason Lee's talking about.
To stay out of my business, they allowed me to grow into who I am and still to this day support me and never disrespected my
So because your family was like that, is our family supposed to be like that? So because your mother
we do. Wait, hold on.
You would cash.
Rebel Son, we could do that. Just let me know when and what time, and let me know what the topic is so I can bone up. If you know what to do, you know how to message me, boo. If you want me to message you first, I can message you first. But if you still got the same situation, just reach out and let me know, you know what I'm saying, when and where and why. Okay. Even I might have to pop by your channel or whatever, but okay, I'm gonna text you. You know what time it is. Okay, hold on. Let's get back to Angela saying. I'm sorry for pausing, y'all. Hold on.
Castrate yourself. Does that mean I'm not supposed to care about my son dismembering his body?
My mother wasn't in prison like you. She was on drugs, so she was in prison by drugs. So
yeah, I never smoked crack. Yeah, I got money.
Okay, wait. I had to pause it again, you guys, because I'm sitting here and I'm thinking of like why she's using words like castrate and dismemberment. Okay, because those words are very alarming, right? So I'm thinking that she's thinking that way because she is a mom. And when you look, I'm assuming, because I don't have kids, but I would assume that when you look at your son or your daughter, you see your grandchildren that you would like to have. So maybe she thinks that if he goes, you know, her feeling about it maybe is if he does go all the way through the transition, like Savannah Maria Garcia, she considers it to be a castration because it's like ending one of the family lines. From my understanding, JB's father just passed away maybe a couple of months ago. Right, that's what she's saying. She's using that type of verbiage, and this is why I wanted to come and talk to you guys about it, because I'm like, whoa, Angela, slow down. Like, we get where you're coming from, but see, you know what? It's how you say things too. Like, okay, me and it's all hot air, and you know, the Fair Play Show. We understand what she's trying to indicate, right? What she's trying to say. I think it's just the verbiage and the way that she's saying it that's kind of like making people across the street on the other app not really, you know what I'm saying, not really see it for her. I think that's what it is. Okay, but I can kind of understand me being a woman, and I do want to have kids and stuff. And you know, if when I have a little son or when I have a little daughter, if my son for whatever reason cannot have kids or you know goes through a surgery that makes them unable to reproduce, then hell yeah, like I'm gonna feel a type of way because you stopping my damn lineage. You stopping the ancestry line. And you know, with the Black people in the Black community, some people say we don't have a community. I feel that we do have a community. And I feel that one of the things that is very important with us since slavery, since they started breaking us up, is passing our lineage down and is having a bigger family, is having kids and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how, hey, Black List Star Boo. What words you think she trying? You think she doing it for shock value, boo? She's good at it. I mean, because it sent me. I was like, what the fuck? She knows what words to use to get herself talked about. Hey, Mr. YouTube Streets. Yes, no. Right. So if you think about it, that's like a hurting thing, Mr. YouTube Streets. I mean, you know, JB's is an adult and he deserves the respect as an adult. But I could imagine definitely I would feel kind of sore about that. So let's go back to the clip because I also want to play. Okay, just to let y'all know, this does not end well. This interview, as you can see, like I was telling y'all about a day ago, when you a Black woman and you have a bold voice and you say what you mean and you mean what you say and your words echo and can be heard, and when you want to put down on it, Bitches get shook. They get shook. They get shook to the motherfucker. They be like, your voice too big. You know what I'm saying? We can't handle you. You know what I'm saying? Why you got all that bass in your voice? Why you talking to me like that? Hold on. They can't take it. And I really feel like the reason that they can't take is because a lot of the times, because it's coming from a Black woman. You know, they try to say that we're extra aggressive. But when Karen gives that same type of motherfucking energy, okay, Karen got it so good to the point where she think she could just call somewhere and get a bitch locked up. You know what I'm saying? She think that she could just walk in your house and shoot the shit out of you. That's what Karen think. Okay, but because I got a strong voice as a Black woman, you know what I'm saying, that came from my ancestors, and when I want to hear me, when I want you to hear me, you're gonna hear me. You feel me? That's how we are. They don't get that. And I'm just saying all that to say I feel like Angela has a lot of that spirit in her. Okay, so it's people can't motherfucking take. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out. Y'all know I gotta point out the good and the bad. Okay.
Yeah.
My mother smoked crack. My mother did heroin. She did all that, but she also birthed me.
Right.
She birthed me and brought me into a world that allowed me to figure out who I was. And I'm not saying that you're a good mother or a bad mother, because I'm not here to cast judgment on you. I've never cast judgment on any guest that's been on the show. What I'm trying to understand is your daughter, your child, does not identify as Moquisha. Your daughter has said, call me JB's. I am she.
And I said, because I gave him his name, right? Me and his father picked his name out, spelled it, filled out the birth certificate. Because we gave him his name, we have the right to call him by that name. Now, are you saying as a mother that I don't have the right to call my son by the name that I gave him at birth? It ain't been no name change, and it ain't been no transition. So why are you all asking me to respect something that's not even real? It doesn't exist.
My answer to that is yes. If your daughter or your child wants to be called what she wants to be called, you should honor that.
Well, if your mother want to be called a dumb crackhead hoe, is that what you gonna call her?
No, she didn't, bitch.
I'm just asking. You brought her up. I don't know. I don't have to call my son what he wants me to call him just because he asked me to.
Your answer, but see, the problem is you want to come into this show the way you do your Instagram.
No, I don't.
House. You're a guest.
No,
I don't know how.
I don't have to be a guest. I don't have to be a guest.
Let me pause. Hold on.
Come-
See, Jason Lee think he motherfucking slick. He shaded her first. He shaded her first by saying, oh, my mother wasn't in jail like you. She was on crack. Bitch, you was trying to shade Angela and your mammy at the same time, ho. And don't get mad because Angela just ain't see it for your motherfucking ass and let you know, yes, bitch, your mama was not getting to the bag. The hoe was doing crack. Okay, hold on.
On your show. Okay. Right.
It's not a zoo. This is not a zoo.
Exactly.
It's not a zoo or
Okay. So when you throw shots, be prepared to receive them back.
If I was throwing a shot, although you call her mother, hold on.
I didn't call her. I said if she wanted to be called.
Get into it.
The way your behavior is, even in my mother's darkest
Get into it.
Well, listen. I ain't never smoked crack or heroin either, and that's probably why I know my son is a man and not a woman.
Get into it, bitch. I have to pause because this is why I had to come and replay this, because she is not. Don't think Angela didn't hear you, bitch. She heard what you said. Okay, and she coming for you. Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me rewind.
Listen, I ain't never smoked crack or heroin either, and that's probably why I know my son is a man and not a woman. So fuck you and your show.
No, that's okay. And you know what?
Okay, so Angela, you heard how the interview ended. It ended with them with Jason. Angela told Jason Lee, fuck you. And Jason Lee told Angela, fuck you back. Okay. So let's do part 2, you guys, real quick. Cause you know, I got to go to my damn mama house to pick up my damn packet. But look, okay, let me, hold on. Let's play part 2 of what Angela had to say once the show was over. Okay. And this show that Jason Lee has is on Bigo. Okay, he does it once a week. It's a couple of different shows that they have. So he has what's that damn show? Is it called Hollywood? What? Hollywood, some shit. Make a long story short, because I don't watch Jason Lee. Something about Jason Lee rubbed me the wrong way. And, you know, I don't know him personally, and I could just be making something out of it, but I just don't. If I had to choose between Milan, the House of Milan, and Jason Lee, I would definitely choose the House of Milan at this point. And that's just how I feel, y'all. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Or if I had to choose, who else do vlogging? Or if I had to choose Jason Lee between Jason Lee and Shaky, MC Shaky, I'm definitely going with Shaky. Like if there was two vloggers I had to choose from, and I ain't have no other options, which we know is millions of options, I'm probably always gonna choose the other person. Oh, no. Jason Lee, and then it's like hold on, y'all. He is very arrogant, like with the way that he speaks to people or whatever. Something about his tone I don't really care for. But let's get into Angela Stanton's response to being told "fuck you" by Jason Lee. Hold on, let me pull the bitch up.
We're just gonna go ahead and apply this.
Well, hold on, y'all, because I had canceled my YouTube Prime membership, but I think I might have to amp it back up, y'all, because I can't deal with these damn commercials. Hold on.
I have the rights to protect my.
She responds to China as a she.
Yep.
Yes.
Wait, did we already? Hold on, y'all. Because there's some. Oh wait.
My son, mama.
Here we go.
Two totally different people. At the end of the day, y'all gonna stop coming for me about my baby. Let's make it clear. I want everybody on this motherfucking Bigo on this live watching. Lord, I got the cussing. Mama King, I'm sorry, Lord. Y'all please pray for me. Listen.
Pray for her, Lord. Pray for her.
I love my baby. You hear me? I love my baby. I love my baby. I love him. I'm tired of the media and everybody lying and saying that I don't accept him. I love my son. I accept my son. Am I having an issue with this new person? Yeah, I mean, shit, it's normal. It's a transition. He transitioning. Hell, I got to transition too. It's a process. We all have to go together. But I love my baby. Like how they so insane.
Hey, Miss J.
And accuse me of misgendering the child that I gave birth to. Now, this is what I'm saying for his friends and for those of you that are part of the LGBT community. If you want to call him JBs, go ahead. I'm not telling anybody don't call him JBs. I'm not telling y'all don't call him girl, don't call him sis. If that's what y'all want to do, y'all do it. I'm not stopping y'all from doing it. But you're not going to stop me either from calling my son Jay. You're not going to make me or force me to live in your reality because you grew up with a mama that was strung out on dope and heroin. That ain't what's happening over here.
Well, she did, bitch.
You don't get this work every time you come for me. There is no respect. I'm going to act up. I'm going to cut a fool right when you get to cutting the fool. You talk to me crazy, I'm going to talk to you crazy.
She letting you know what it is. She letting you know what time it is, y'all. So that was Angela Stanton's response to the interview that she had with Jason Lee. And as you all can hear, Angela Stanton does love her son very, very much. She is just having, some issues dealing with his transition. And so it's very, very much interesting to see. I feel like because trans people are becoming more well known in today's society, then we as viewers, we get to peek in and see how certain people deal with certain things. And it's definitely very interesting. And some of the shit is a fucking Kiki. Okay. Now, what you say, the Pirates of Shanglo? No, everyone is good. We were just listening to some commentary that had dropped maybe like 48 hours ago. And I had been hearing it, and I wanted to bring it over here to you guys because it's something that we had been discussing over here anyway. Okay. So hold on, y'all. Hold on. So what I gotta do is I gotta rush over here to my old girl's house, like I told you guys, to pick up the packet. Okay. So what I want to do is later on, I want to actually talk to you guys. So I'm gonna come up with some more commentary, and then we're gonna do like we're gonna talk later, like people who drop down in my chat. I also gotta message Rebel Sun when we get offline. Okay, so you guys think about what I said. Definitely look at those two videos. We're gonna be talking more about it, honey. We're gonna be talking more about it because is something that we are having to deal with now. You know what I'm saying? The changing of the pronouns, the remembering this, you know what I'm saying? At work, you can't say this, or at work, you might have to take this type of assessment or sign this sheet of paper. And it all centers around this. So I'm gonna come back to you guys later. Okay. Let me get back out in these internet streets and get some more tea. Okay. But I definitely love all of y'all for stopping by. All right. I'll be back. Y'all.